This is the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL, home sweet home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You down with J-A-G?
Yeah, you know me.
You down with J-A-G?
Yeah, you know me.
Who's down with J-A-G?
The Bold City.
1010XL. Now, the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter on 1010XL. Flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Here are your hosts, Ryan the Hacker Green, Leon Searcy, and Coach Gerald Ingram.
Dropping the throw, and it's a three-man rush. Looking. He hit, the ball came out.
It's intercepted.
It is intercepted. It's going to be run back on the final play of the game. It's going to be a touchdown.
Trevor got tripped up from behind.
The ball popped out of his hands. It was run back.
Sheldon Rankins
ran it back for a touchdown on the final play of the game.
Frank Frangie, Jeff Lageman, Jaguars radio, and with that, well, it's not a very good, but it is a Sunday evening, Jacksonville. It is the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. We are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Let me do this, all right? Leon Searcy, you've known me for about, 8, 9, 10 years, about a decade, right? About 10 years we've been doing this.
Yeah, easy.
It would be very easy for me to come on right now and just completely flip out about what transpired in Houston, Texas.
You have every right to.
It would be very easy. Here's what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to be calm, and I'm going to say it in a monotone or in a tone of voice where I don't have to completely freak at what happened. The Jaguars were up 3 touchdowns against Davis Mills in the fourth quarter of a division game that would have buried their division rival and would have put the Jaguars in a situation where analytics tell you they would make the playoffs at a 70% clip at 6-3. And they lost to Davis Mills by being outscored 26-0 in the fourth quarter, getting physically whipped on the offensive line and the defensive line. I've lived in Jacksonville, Florida, the entire existence of the Jaguars. I've been lucky enough to be on sports radio stations in this market dating back to August of 2002, and I was here on opening day of 1010XL in April of 2007. This is not hyperbole. This is not overstating this. If you can tell me a more disheartening regular season loss than what we just saw this afternoon, I'm all ears, Leon, because I don't think one exists.
Yeah, this one might go in the record books, Hack. I was trying to think back to our time, the bad times, the good times. No, not any time. And this was a colossal fail on both sides of the ball, coaching staff, everybody. You got to remember, Hack, in this business that we call the NFL, we hold a mantle of toughness above our heads, right? And when a team like our rivals in the fourth quarter physically outmatch us, outbeat us, and conditionally, they outconditioned us. I saw guys with hands on hips, guys walking to the line of scrimmage, getting their hands down. This team got whipped. There's no other way you can look at it. They got whipped in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most, and that's the part that's so disheartening about a team that's trying to make a playoff push.
That is the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. Let me bring in the coach, Gerald Ingram. Coach, in weeks past, you can say, well, they're going to take a long look in the mirror, right? They're going to find out how they respond to adversity. And maybe I'll get there at some point this week. But here's what I'm saying right now. Man on man, mano a mano, your lines of scrimmage against their lines of scrimmage, and the Houston Texans beat the living, can I say that? No, I can't say that. Beat the living tar out of the Jacksonville Jaguars in the fourth quarter of this game. The O-line got manhandled. The D-line might as well been non-existent. You got physically beat by tougher men in Houston, and that is hard to fathom.
Well, they knew what was on the line, and they had more on the line in this game. And it meant a lot more to them than it did to us. And it showed because they kicked their ass. They did. Both sides of the ball. I mean, it's you got everything handed to you today. Because if you didn't think you needed to cancel this team out, and it didn't mean enough to you that you have to play 4 quarters, no matter how the game, it's the NFL. You never know how things go. It snowballed in the first quarter. Matter of fact, we probably went to church more than they did in the first half.
Yeah, they really
That's how
outplayed.
lucky.
Yes,
we got some lucky things.
Hail
happening
Marys
to us.
everywhere.
I mean, the Jaguars had 87 yards of offense in the first half. The Jaguars really didn't play well. They got the turnovers. All right, so there's so many branches to this. First and foremost, let's go to the Pro Bowl offensive tackle. One of the 2 best offensive tackles that's ever played here. One of the 2 best offensive linemen that's played here in 30 years of the franchise. The offensive line sucked.
I agree with you.
They were awful. And by the way,
And let's pinpoint Walker Little.
yeah, Walker Little was terrible.
He
If it were up to me, Walker Little would not start again this year. But the offensive line is so putrid right now that I don't think you have a better option at left tackle. So you're going to be forced to put him back out there. Walker Little got manhandled.
He did, absolutely. He got manhandled by an All-Pro, a perennial All-Pro, who got after it. Because Walker Little does not he's not sound fundamentally or technically. All right, I know that sounds kind of unique, but I'm watching him as an offensive lineman. Doesn't transition well out of the stance. Doesn't kick at the right ankles. Reaches for air. Doesn't kick, punch, sit, all that kind of stuff. And he got exposed. I'm sure Daniel Hunter was watching the film of Walker Little and said, "Oh, I've got a day with this kid. Look at his feet. I can get inside." Listen, me and Coach was just talking about it. It was one particular play where Daniel Hunter moved inside of him, head up the inside of him, and Walker Little still got beat by not taking his inside foot and pounding it and forcing him down inside. It's a bevy of follies when it comes to him and this offensive line.
And
you
can't become Charlie Brown out here.
No.
Why is everybody picking on me? Because he's exposed, and he has been exposed, and he was, like you said, he's that type of player is salivating to be able to go against him, because every sack you have, you got to understand, in the NFL, that's money at the end of the day. That's a new contract.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a new car. That's new whatever. To be able to give up 5 sacks today, okay, and not win a game, that's momentum changing.
Not winning
We'd
game.
like to have that on our side of the ball.
Here's the one thing that Walker Little has for him, that he's been beat in every particular way you could ever imagine by offensive linemen. He's been beat around the corner. He's been beat inside. He's been run over. He's been speed rushed.
He got run over by a backup linebacker against Seattle.
So I'm saying he's coming up with more unique ways to get beat week in and week out. But today, ding, 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 we saw it all. He got run over, beat inside, beat around the corner, and he whiffed.
And you have nothing else on the offensive line that's better at left tackle than Walker Little. So you're just kind of stuck there right now. All right, Coach, the other side of the ball, the defensive line. They're not getting pressure with 4 guys.
No.
They're not. Trayvon Walker, I'll give him a attaboy because he had the sack and the personal foul, which the NFL that's preposterous, but it is what it is. Joshua Hines-Allen, I don't know. I didn't see much of him in the second half.
He got 1/2 a sack. That was about it. But it's not good enough. But I've been saying it every week. Okay, I don't care if you find a one-trick pony. You can't play in this NFL without good pass rush. Mm-hmm. Now, the game started off pretty good. Eric looked good in the first half. He was in the backfield. He was making plays. Few guys were making plays. And then we got tired. Leon and I were sitting there talking about, how do you get gassed at this time of year? Okay, the weather's feeling awfully good around here. Okay, it ain't hot. So why are you so gassed out there? To win the game, you got to play 4 quarters. Aren't you conditioned enough to win the game physically? But sit there and not have enough pride that when everybody's counting on one play, somebody be a spark out there who's got enough energy, enough heart to sit there and get on each other's ass to make a play. I didn't see that kind of emotion out there. Did you?
No. That's the sad part about it, Coach. In the fourth quarter, when it matters the most, this team came up short. Knowing what was on the line, knowing you had an opportunity to bury your rival, All right,
They're done. They're done if you beat them.
They're done if you beat them. Absolutely. And then you had the opportunity to go 6-3. Now you got a little spark, a little momentum moving forward with the back half of your schedule. See, what's going to happen is, unfortunately, Jacksonville's going to look at this game at the end of the season when they need one to get in. They're going to say, that's the one that cost us.
And you know what? If it gets to that point, I'll be happy because we saw you and I were at a cigar bar last year during the fifth quarter when the Chicago Bears lost on a Hail Mary to the Washington Commanders, the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary last year. The Bears never recovered from that. Now, it's a first-year staff. It's a lot of new guys. Now, they got veterans on this team. Maybe that'll help. But we saw it last year. The Bears never recovered from that Hail Mary loss. Will the Jaguars recover from this?
If they implode, it would be a shame on everybody from top to bottom. If they implode. Because I know everybody says, the 24-hour rule. No, this was a gut punch. This is something that you got to go and check your heart.
A gut punch. This was a kick to the...
it was.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
This was a kick below the belt by a mule.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. But, yeah, you got out-physicaled in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most. So that means everybody's manhood is in check. Everybody, like you said, man on man, we got whipped. Whipped man on man. Yep. That means the war of wheels, they won in the fourth quarter when it matters the most. So what are you going to do about it? You going to cry? You going to respond to it? I'm very interested to see how they respond. And I don't want to hear. Listen, I'm about what TC says. These not words, because they're going to say all the right things in the pressers when they talk to people and stuff like that. I want to see it on Sunday next week. Only way you get my forgiveness is that you show me something against the Chargers next week, and then I'll forgive you.
Coach, let me ask you this. Again, phone line's open, by the way, 641-1010, 904-641-1010. We'll be with you till 8 o'clock if you want to get in, which I imagine most of you do, and sound off. The one thing we ask about situations like this, well, it's twofold. Take you inside the business. We're on a delay anyway, so don't use foul language because then we'll just have to ban you, and it's not going to make the air anyway. So it's going to help nobody if you use foul language. So please don't do that. We know emotions are high tonight, but if you want to get in, keep it clean. We'll even take PG. Just don't go to PG-13 or certainly R, 641-1010. Coach Trevor Lawrence, your thoughts on his performance?
Well, I think it's average play. I mean, every week we still see the unawareness of certain situations out there. He had 2 interceptions in my mind as a coach. Why is he throwing the deep ball out there in the end zone when he didn't have to? If you don't have anybody open, throw it out of bounds. It's not a desperate situation. You should be, as a fifth-year player, you should be more aware than, to do those kind of things. The first interception is because it's an accuracy interception. Again, it's the same thing. He threw it behind the receiver. The receiver slowed down. He was slowing down just to make sure the guy wouldn't get it, to be honest. You're supposed to lead that guy. Either lead him too far so he's got to run to it, but you don't underthrow a guy in man coverage and, in that situation. He's just – and then he'll throw a great out route. It's right on the money, to our new receiver. And he does a great job there. He throws a great seam ball. So you just don't know what you're going to get with this guy. And that's the problem that we have. Is he the guy that's going to win the game? No, he doesn't win the game. Is he the guy to rally everybody to make sure they get their head out their ass? No, he isn't doing that. All right? So he's got to find a way. The leadership has got to get better on the penalties in the huddle. Make sure the last final play, you look at everybody in the eye and you say, hey, guys, I got this. But nobody gets a holding penalty on the last play of the game.
You can't put Edoga out there anymore. And I understand he was out there for jumbo packages because Hunter Long and Britton Strange are out. Edoga is costing you. He commits penalty after penalty after penalty, and they were in Cam Little field goal range. As awful as the collapse was, they would have had a kick to win the game if not for Edoga's second penalty that basically ended their chances.
Listen, I'm having a meeting with him. I'm going to ask him, how does he love, do you like Jacksonville? Do you like being here? Because when we put you in, you cost us games. I mean, jumping off sides, holding, pillar, and other kind. You listen, in this league, you're expendable. Yes. Don't act like your job is safe. Yeah. I mean, you got to somehow you got to do something to rattle the cage, because this is what I keep hearing his name week in and week out. you're only in for a certain package, which means you're only getting like 5 to 10 plays, maybe a game, and then you're holding and jumping off sides and all that. Do you like it here? Because we can get you a bus pass home or a flight home.
Yeah. You know what we used to say all the time? There's a short train that comes every 20 minutes, and then there's a long train. Say, son, you about to be on that short train because we don't seen enough.
Yeah.
We're going to put you on that short train.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it's coming.
Quickly, too. I mean, and then, again, we'll get to some phone calls. RJ, we're about to do the offensive player of the game, so stand by. But the touchdown that beat the Jaguars today was a 3rd and goal on the 14-yard line. And it wasn't Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham or Lamar Jackson. No, it was Davis Mills who ran the ball in with 30 seconds to go from the 14-yard line and scored the game-winning touchdown. Davis Mills, who outside of Joe Flacco might be the slowest quarterback in the National Football League, ran a 14-yard touchdown into beat you. Again, if there is a worse regular season loss dating back 10, 15, maybe the entire franchise, you tell me what a worse regular season or a more disappointing regular season loss is than this. Every week here on the 5th quarter, we give you an offensive player of the game. That offensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends at Universal Roof and Contracting. Let's do it right now. The Universal Roof and Contracting offensive player of the game.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the offensive player of the game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Cam Little is going to be the special teams player of the game, but I was giving this guy some love at some point. So Parker Washington is the offensive player of the game. Not only the special teams touchdown, a crazy catch in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Of all the guys flying home that played horrific today, Parker Washington is not one of them. That kid played his tail off.
No, he's a baller. He's an absolute baller. Wish we had more on our team like him.
I would take 53 Parker Washingtons right now.
All day.
And unfortunately, the Jaguars don't have that. What they have is the worst collapse in franchise history, one of the worst regular season losses in franchise history, up 29-10 on the 4th quarter against Davis Mills. And the Houston Texans outscore the Jaguars 26-0 and win 36-29. Junior, John, Jonathan, all you guys hang in there. You'll be up on the other side. We're with you till 8 o'clock, Jacksonville. If you want to get in, there is room for you. 904-641-1010. Window World of Northeast Florida, 5th quarter. Presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. More to do. Glad you're with us. It's 1010XL, and it's 92.5 FM.
Frank Franzi here for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in '96? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle Fencing. Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida since 1927. Heck, Coyle has been installing fences since before Emery Bellard installed the wishbone offense. If you need a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle Fence today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I've got a challenge for you. Go stand next to your window. You feel a cool draft? Well, then you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that with energy-efficient windows to keep the drafty air out and save you money every month. And how does 0% interest for 60 months sound? Go to PellaJacks.com and schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard about Mike's challenge on 1010XL.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Clayton, I know you're the head diamond buyer at Underwoods, and you travel to the markets to buy diamonds. Why don't you just look at an emailed list and have them send you the diamond?
Frank, there are a couple of reasons we go straight to the source when we're selecting the diamonds we want to put the Underwood name on. First, as an expert diamond buyer, I have to see a diamond before I can really judge its beauty versus the price it's being offered at. Second, when we're at the source, we have huge selections to choose our diamonds from, so we don't have to compromise the Underwood quality standard. The result is we control what goes into our diamond stock instead of allowing a diamond dealer to send us what he wants us to have. The bottom line is we're able to offer our customers carefully selected, beautiful diamonds that we're proud to have carry the Underwood name.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
It's Hot Takes on Hot Wheels. I'm Lauren Brooks. Let's cruise through the day's biggest sports stories from my unique point of view. Buckle up for Lauren's Lane, driven by Mazda at the Avenues, 2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Clogged toilet, too much paper, deeper blockages, or one of your child's Hot Wheels could be the culprit. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline and handles toilet clogs fast. If your toilet's clogged, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Andersen. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
Custom home builders, fed up with low voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? You know the drill. Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedule. You need Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation. No hassles, just client wowing results. Drop by their new showroom on US Highway 17 and team up for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Second down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Shotgun. It's a blitz. Fires it to the right side. Ball picked off. That ball is intercepted. Running it back is Jarian Jones inside the 30-yard line. What a play by Jarian Jones. He picks it off and runs it back to the 29-yard line of the Houston Texans.
Frank Frangie on the call, Jaguars radio, Jarian Jones, the interception. Every week here on the 5th quarter, we do give you a defensive player of the game. That defensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends with Superior Fence and Rail. Let's do it right now. The Superior Fence and Rail defensive player of the game.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail defensive player of the game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
All right, Leon, we will give it to Jarian Jones. 2 tackles for loss, 4 tackles total, and the interception. The Jaguars only got 3 off of that, but it was a great start to the game. Jarian Jones getting a lot more playing time due to injuries, but certainly came up big today, and he is the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he played well early on, especially on the interception. I mean, anticipated really well, jumped the route, got the interception. He had a pass breakup, too, that was pretty good, too, as well.
Right, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, early on, man, the kid was balling, so hats off to him.
Phone lines are open with the coach, Gerald Ingram, and the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy, the hacker, Ryan Green, with you, 641-1010, 904-641-1010. An evening that showed earlier today the worst collapse in the history of the Jaguar franchise, blowing a 19-point fourth-quarter lead to a backup quarterback and losing to Houston today, 36-29. Let's go to Callahan. Let's get John to kick it off here on the fifth quarter. John, go ahead.
Well, I think Leon could answer this better than I could. I don't know that maybe Trevor's vision is as good as it should be, because I'm sitting here looking at the TV, and I could see better since I went and got new glasses that people he was not throwing to. I don't know if they checked that out, but I'll leave that up to Leon, and I'll appreciate it, gentlemen. Have a good day.
Leon, what was your thought on Trevor Lawrence's performance?
He was all right. I mean, it was nothing special. I mean, he was okay. I mean, he wasn't the type of person that, listen, at this particular point, I don't think Trevor's the type of person that's going to lead us to victory, to be quite honest with you. Now, he'll need some help, run game, pass protection, all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, as far as willingness, the Kansas City game is so far ago. So long ago.
Oh, it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. Where's the parade?
Where's the merchandise? Because that was the Jaguars Super Bowl, Coach. We need the merchandise from that Monday Night Football win.
That was the parade. I mean, we missed the parade. Yeah, I was afraid of that victory that this team would just go crazy about. Yeah, but he was okay. I mean, the caller saying he needs LASIK basically because he needs surgery because he's not seeing the guys open. And I don't know if that's the case. It's just that Trevor, what Coach was talking about, his IQ sometimes is just not always polished as it should be. You know, he sometimes where he should take off. Now, he ran a little bit more effectively today, but sometimes when you just need to throw the ball away, chuck it away, he'll throw a pass like that screen.
Yes.
Where they blitzed him on that screen. The ball was in the air for like 10 seconds. I'm like, what are you doing? Just throw the ball away.
It would have been picked had Robert Hainsey not decleated Derek Stingley.
Exactly. That kind of stuff, man. I mean, it didn't cost us the game or anything, but I'm just saying, in those type of situations, man, you can't. You have to hold the ball sacred. It has to be sacred. You can't turn it over like that.
Coach, you look at the defensive effort today. We're talking a lot about the O-line. We're talking about Trevor. Defensively, though, they could not stop Houston in the fourth quarter.
No, we found a way to let this quarterback, a backup quarterback, look as good. Now, he has beaten us before. He has done that. But, you know, we have to have a sense of urgency. Earlier in the game, I thought Eric made some good plays here and there. He was penetrating. You know, Allen, you know, Walker, you know, it's a shame, you know, with the NFL rules and that. But still, we don't have the pass rush consistency to make a difference. And when they tried to blitz earlier in the game, it was 50-50 when it got there. Mm-hmm. You know, there were guys that were blitzing but still weren't getting there. And sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. But not enough to the point where, I don't know, at the end of the game, you might as well went to a three-man rush and said, hey, quarterback, you figure out where you're going to try and throw, you know, with all those DBs in the back of the end zone. And we got enough spy guys in front of you if you do run. But a four-man rush, after this whole debacle, it kind of existed in and out through the whole game. We're not good enough to have four-man rush.
I remember when I was on the junior varsity at Wolfson, and one of the drills we had to do in fall camp was the junior varsity had to try to get pressure on the varsity quarterback. So you got the 14 and 15-year-olds on the D-line trying to get past the 16, 17, and sometimes 18-year-olds on the O-line. That's kind of what it looked like today in the fourth quarter. I mean, Davis Mills was standing back out there, checking his grocery list, calling his wife, what's for dinner, and then finding Nico Collins or Dalton Schultz down the field.
Yeah, I mean, because, listen, this D-line, in my assessment, when I'm watching the game in the fourth quarter, they seem to wilt, especially because our offense is not – when you got 3 and outs, and your defense is constantly having to deal with long drives, it wears them out, absolutely wears them out. Now, I'm not trying to make any excuses for them because these are paid professionals. You're supposed to be in shape in the fourth quarter. We always talk about in the fourth quarter – you got to win ball games in the fourth quarter. And unfortunately, this team has a tendency to wilt. Is it conditioning? Is it mental? Do they not understand the magnitude of the moment? Whatever it is, we're falling short, and it's costing us ball games, and they need to fix it.
Let's go to Junior up in Buffalo. I'm sure he has a lot of thoughts on this. Junior, what's going on?
Gentlemen, Mike, good to talk to you again, but wow, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. To be up that much, you got a division opponent that you might can just destroy their season right here.
You would
in
have.
their own house,
The Texans were done if they lost this game.
and you just let up on them because they thought that we play 4 quarters, not 3 quarters of football, but 4 quarters of football, because they didn't show up at all. I don't know what they were thinking in this fourth quarter, because both sides of football did not show up. I wanted to say one name, Josh Allen Hines, because I didn't hear his name at all during this game. And that's the one guy on defense that we need to get up and do something. And where was he? He was just nowhere. You're being paid good money, and then you want more money on top of that for what you put out there, and then no one else on that line can do anything else. This is crazy. You have a messed up offensive line that you can't even get up and play better. Josh Allen should have been rolled over all those guys. But
Junior, appreciate the phone call. It was also a rookie left tackle, one that he dominated in week 3 that he was going up against. And look, I get it. He's being double teamed a lot. But you know what? So is Max Crosby. So is Micah Parsons. So is Trey Hendrickson. So are the best pass rushers in football, Aiden Hutchinson. And those guys are still making a huge impact. Joshua Hines-Allen is not in that conversation right now. He's not even close. We talk about the best pass rushers in football. He's getting paid like it, right? He's getting paid like he is. He's not producing like he is, and that's a real problem.
Yeah, he's not a disruptor. He's not a guy who's constantly in the quarterback's face, and that's unfortunate. They need to run more games. I mean, the Texans. Did you see some of the 2- and 3-man games they ran against us, and they got home? I mean, you gotta be creative in how you pass rush too. I mean, you got to be vocal, because if you're not beating the one-on-one matchups, then you got to. It's always about getting the offensive lineman off his spot. If he's blocking you one-on-one, then you got to create other things to be a little bit, because that's what the Texans were doing to us. They were running 3-man games on us, and the end was looping around right in front of the center, and Hainsey was whiffing and getting sacks on the quarterback.
But they looked like they had more energy than
they
us.
did.
More speed and more energy.
More desperation for sure.
Absolutely. They play like a desperate team.
Now, Coach, let me ask you this. They can't affect the quarterback with 4. They can't. I don't care what they do in practice. You're 8 games in, or you're 9 games in now. You are who you are. And this team is not going to affect the quarterback with 4. What can be done about that, or is it just death by 1,000 cuts at this point?
Well, it's just like you said right now. The players you have on this team is what you have. All right. Now, the conversations that you have with these players one-on-one, and the conversations that Tony Baselli has personally with those guys one-on-one, because he's been in the dirt, so he understands what's good play, what's not good play for 4 quarters. Okay, so it's going to be a man-to-man talk with him, because the leadership isn't there. You're getting paid to be a leader, okay? But, the bus got to stop somewhere. So it's a gut check with the leadership on this team as far as what the standard's going to be here, okay? Or it's going to be different kind of people here. It's just the way it is. Business is business, but it's not getting done. Yeah, we're further than we thought we were going to be. If we would have won this game, yeah, we might have sit there and said, yeah, let's openly talk about the playoffs. Right now, you want to lose your chance to be in it? You still got one chance to still be in it, okay? You literally lost a chance to have an open conversation about that, be okay, and think you're okay. Right now, you're questioning the type of character you have on your team right now.
It's just such a disappointment.
Charmin.
Soft. Yeah.
Soft.
It's hard to argue. Let's go up to the state of New Jersey. Let's get Sean in here on 1010XL. Sean, what do you got?
Nobody knows what it's like to be a Jag fan. It's really sad, man. We lost 26-0 in the 4th quarter. Oh my God! Wow.
That's pretty good, Sean. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you. I just it's so funny. I was on here when we beat the Chiefs, and you guys were just talking about that earlier. And I was talking about how just so proud of our team, our identity. We're tough. We're, resilient. And now we're here. And it's just like, it's hard to understand. It's really baffling how we can have a month of football go by and end up where we are right now. And I just don't get it. And then Coach was bringing it up earlier too, when you have to have, these are the moments where you have to have a player, somebody who's a leader, and it can't be the coach. The coach can only do so much. He can't go out there and play. You got to have somebody who's going to come up and stand up and get in somebody's face and start wrecking things. You got to be able to get in somebody's face and really make a difference here in these types of situations. And I don't know who it is. Like, I'm really interested. I can't wait to hear Frangie on the radio talk about this, and Bucky Brooks and others. Just like, I want to know like what the vibes are on the sidelines during moments like these, because I don't know. It's just really hard to understand how we don't have somebody on this team that can step up. And honestly, that's where I've been calling out different players like Trevor and Josh Allen Dallin and others, where, you get paid the big bucks. This is where it needs to happen, right? Like, you got to be able to come through in these moments. And it's just frustrating. It's, just another day in the life of a Jags fan. So,
Sean, appreciate the call up in New Jersey.
Well, here's the thing that's so much frustrating to me, Hack, is that I've been on those sidelines. I've been in games where the wheels look like they're starting to fall off a little bit, and the players on the sidelines say, listen, we're not going to lose this freaking game, all right? All right, we're going to figure this thing out. We're going to protect the quarterback. We're going to run the ball. Receivers, y'all make the catches. We're going to figure out a way to win this ball game. We're not going to lose this game. So, I mean, those kind of conversations have to be had on the sidelines when the wheels are falling off, when the team is gaining momentum, crowds you're back in the game, they're making a lot of noise. You got to have those conversations with your teammates saying, hey, bro, we're not going to lose this game. Let's tighten it up. Let's tighten it up. When the protectors tighten up, whatever we need to do to tighten it up, but we're not going to lose this game. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not on the sidelines, so I'm not sure if those conversations are being had, but they need to be had on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball. You got to tighten it up. You go into the fourth quarter where, like I keep saying, that your mantle of toughness is always in question. Can you win a ball game in the fourth quarter? That's where men become men. That's where it's a war of wheels. Your man doesn't make a play, we win. That's the thought process. If you're not thinking like that, I don't know what the hell you're thinking. If you say my man doesn't make the play, we win the ball game, if everybody's saying that, then you don't lose that ball game today the way you lost.
Appears to be lack of leadership, lack of accountability. Let's get one more in on this side. Again, if you're on the line, we will get to you. We're with you for another hour plus. 641-1010. Jonathan's been on hold forever. Jonathan, what's going on?
Oh, man, just another Sunday, let me tell you. I mean, when you get a big lead like that, you got to learn to hold the lead. And the defense only had 2 sacks today. I mean, they've got to learn to get more pressure on the quarterback. And Trevor got sacked 5 times today. I mean, he's got to learn to get rid of that ball and throw it away. Now, on the bright side, Cam Little hit a 53-yard field goal. I'll give him credit for that. And Jerry and Jones, he did a great job getting that interception.
Jonathan, appreciate it. There were some positives, I guess, but there'll be time to talk about the positives. Cam Little, Parker Washington. But there's just far more negatives to get into right now. And quite frankly, I'm so mad. It just feels good talking about the negatives to kind of simmer with all the good folks listening here to the fifth quarter, along with the coach, Gerald Ingram, and the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. Miles, Lee, everybody hang in there. Actually, before we step aside, let's get former mayor of Jacksonville, Lenny Curry, up here on the fifth quarter. Lenny, how are you, pal?
I'm good, Hacker. Well, not a good, actually, but I'm good because of you guys. I called to thank you for being, again, the tonic for about a decade now on nights like this. And appreciate you guys. I'm going to be tuned in. And, man, I missed the boat. That was a fun little window of time. Y'all be good.
Lenny, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You were this close to being 6-3. This close. And you know what? Maybe at the end of the day, maybe it all evens out because Tyler Lockett was so wide open 7 days ago, and Devon Hamilton got his big paw up there. The Jaguars really should have lost last week. Instead, they lose this week. I'd rather have lost last week. because losing a division game is just brutal. But look on the bright side. I mean, if we want to be chipper and hunky-dory and do a positive spin on things, if the playoffs started right now, the Jaguars would still be in as the 7th seed at 5-4, which I guess is something, right, Coach?
Oh, it means an awful lot. It's money ball.
Yeah.
Get in the playoffs.
Get in the
it's
playoffs.
A whole nother season.
We're the valet at the party.
I guess. Yeah, we're there. We're not going to be welcomed inside, but I guess we're there 9 games in. All right, Lee, Xavier, Miles, all you guys hang in there. You'll be up on the other side. It is the Window World of Northeast Florida. 5th quarter. We're presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. We're there 8 o'clock right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. They start with the Jags and take you around the NFL. Jaguars Today, every weekday from 10 to noon with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I'd call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top-quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios, too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
You've got a front row seat for Jaguars football all year long. This is 1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, Choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hey, Hicken here for Zero Res. It's Thanksgiving time, man. But listen, don't deal with the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters. Let the cleaning freaks do it. Get back to clean. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $149. A 4th room free with a canned food donation. Ideally, a full bag of cans, not just 1 or 2. Also, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Call my friend Zero Res right now, 28757, or go online at zeroresjacksonville.com and say you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spell it backwards and forwards. It spells the same.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Bringing you an extra quarter of football.
The window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Washington fields it at the 29-yard line, gets up the field, 35, 40-yard line, running room for Parker Washington, 45, 40, 30, on the right sideline, Parker Washington, he's going to bring it back, Parker Washington, touchdown Jacksonville, there are no flags, the Jags have extended the lead.
Parker Washington, his second touchdown that counted, punt return touchdown. Remember, he had one that was called back in London, proving to be one of the best return men in the National Football League. Every week here on the 5th quarter, we do give you a play of the game. Play of the game is brought to you by our friends at Performance Painting. Let's do it right now. The Performance Painting play of the game.
Now, the Performance Painting high performance play of the game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Coach, well, Parker Washington, punt return for touchdown. That gave the Jaguars what we thought was an insurmountable 17-0 lead. Obviously, we didn't know at the time they're going to have the biggest collapse in franchise history. Ugh. But Parker Washington, still a very, very good performance today.
Oh, it's a great job by Parker. I mean, it's great to see this kid play with more and more confidence every week. He looks very sure of himself out there, and no matter if he's on special teams or, as a wide receiver outside or inside, and, really happy about his play. I wish it was contagious throughout the offensive line and other people.
Leon, we've basically crushed the O-line and the D-line for the first hour of this program, and with good reason, because they were both equally terrible. Who was worse today, the Jag O-line or the Jag D-line?
The Jags O-line. I mean, because I think that the D-line was terrible mostly in the 4th quarter because they were gassed. They were, they weren't well. They're not. I don't think this D-line is well conditioned, to be quite honest with you. Because in the 4th quarter, you're supposed to dig deep. You're supposed to will your way to get a pass rush, stop a run, that kind of stuff. Whatever. I just think that's the issue with them. The offensive line was just bad. They just got beat up, soundly got beat up.
It's kind of like what you said is, it's one thing to physically get beat, and it's another thing to beat yourself with poor technique.
Yes.
And you're constantly seeing bad technique. And if you can't trust the technique that you're being taught from years ago, I mean, fundamental football as an athlete, it's hard to swallow.
Well, Coach, they say fatigue makes cowards of us all. And when this offensive line gets tired and it gets exposed, they go back to doing the fundamentally unsound thing to do technique-wise. Because listen, I was a 6'3.5", 305-pound offense. I wasn't overwhelming when it came to the guys I had to go up against, but I was sound fundamentally techniques-wise. Where if you were going to get to the quarterback, you earned it. I'm not going to gift wrap it to you. Right. And plus, I'm going to put these hands on you too.
Plus, you're a dog. You weren't afraid of nobody. There's a difference. I don't see that or feel that about this offense. That there's a dog out there.
No, there's not.
That you can just say he's a fighter.
Yeah. No, they were all terrible, and probably the worst culprit was, again, you hate to bury a guy, but that was really bad from Walker Whittle today.
He gave up 4 sacks.
Yeah.
At least 3.
It was really bad.
It was really bad. Yes, it was.
Let's go out to Houston. Miles is up here on the 5th quarter on 1010XL. Miles, what's going on?
Hey, guys. So, me and my girlfriend, we just left the stadium, and we're traveling back to Austin. I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I observed on the field. One of the things was Grant Udisky and Trevor Lawrence after the field goal, after the interception and going and settling for a field goal. I'm looking through my binoculars and they're smiling. And I just have something against that. I understand we're all humans here. We should be happy we're playing the game that we love. But I'm not down with that in the condition that the Texans that they were in. Another thing that I noticed was this is what happened. What happened was that I just knew that during the last two drives that it wasn't going to happen. I had to usher me and my girlfriend up to the upper mezzanine because I could not be in the middle of section 134 after talking so much crap to these guys, to these people. I just knew that we couldn't be in that, and the Jaguars made that reality come true as they usually do, and it's just a disappointment. And I think that Trevor sucks. I love you guys. Go 10-10. Thank you.
Miles, appreciate it. Thinks Trevor sucks. Well, I mean, look, I don't know how good a quarterback would be when the defensive line is killing you every play and your offensive line can't block, at all. I guess I'll just say that.
Plus, I give him a little bit of credit there. That was a hell of a throw. It was a great play call, and he actually put him in a position to try and win the game, and we have a holding penalty.
Yeah, and Jimmy Edoga, again, at a certain point, you can't keep putting Edoga out there because the guy's committing more penalties than anybody else on the team.
Send him home.
Let's go to the west side. Let's get Lee in here on 1010XL. Lee, what do you got?
Where have you gone, Ryan the Hacker Green? Jag Nation turns its lonely eyes to you.
I haven't heard from you in a long time, Lee. How are you, bud?
Brother. All right, doing well. And it seems like this was 70s classic night, so I thought I'd chime in. But as Mayor Curry said, you guys are the tonic for times like these. And boy, this is more of what we're used to, even though in a different way. I mean, I'll look forward to Prosser playing soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and that'll help us get us through as well. But, think about this. Shall we go back to the, Gus Bradley days when we just knew we were going to go out there and just get punked 12 or 13 times a year? And a loss is a loss. Is it any better the way we lost today than the way we've been used to losing as Jaguar fans all these years? I mean, they tease us. At least they're teasing us with the prospect of wins rather than no hope. What do you think?
We appreciate it. The one thing I will say, though, unlike Gus Bradley, Doug Marrone, although with Doug Marrone, to his credit, he did go to one AFC championship game. Urban Meyer, that was a joke. And even Doug Peterson after year one. I do believe Liam Cohen is going to get this right. I do believe that you see the frustration. You see Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen was pissed after today's game. And I think he did his best to not throw his guys under the bus. He flat out said, we're just not getting home with 4. We didn't make them punt the entire second half. I do have confidence, and Coach, you tell me, because you have 18 years experience in the NFL as a coach, but I have confidence, unlike some of the previous coaches here, I do think Liam Cohen is going to get this right.
I think Liam's doing a pretty good job out there, and I think what he was up against this week, I think his game plan, some people may look at it and thought it was conservative, but he was going against the best defense, that he was going to have to face overall. Okay, they're good, they're sound. Now, what are we best at? So he was going to get in jumbo people. He did some pass game. He did a screen out of it. He did something different. He used 2 backs in the backfield. He put Allen as a fullback. I thought there were some good changes there that the defense wouldn't be ready for. And they actually got positive yards out of it. So that was good. There were some plays out there that I thought he would like to have back as a coach, but it was almost like he's trying to put a thumb in too many dikes. There's too many holes in this offense that he's got to constantly talk and correct and do this. When you have players that can be the extension of coaches on the field, then you've arrived as a good team. Now, in his first year, and I truly believe, just like you have, he's going to be a good. I love his demeanor, and I love his knowledge. But he can't play for them.
Right. And you're cleaning up mess after mess after mess that Gene Smith really started, then to Dave Caldwell, then to Trent Baalke, and the nonsense at the coaching position, turnover after turnover after turnover. And he's had 9 games. I get being pissed if you're a Jaguar fan tonight. I'm pissed too, and I'm supposed to be an objective member of the media, and I'm mad, and I can only imagine Jaguar fan that pays their hard-earned money, particularly to go out to Houston and see a collapse like this. But when you take a deep breath, Cohen and Gladstone are here because the team sucked last year, and the team sucked for many years prior to that, and it's their job. They're being paid to clean up the nonsense that they were left with. And I think 9 games in, all things considered, they've done a pretty good job to this point.
Yeah, they have. They've done a decent job. They have done a decent job. I mean, this team is 5-4. Terrible collapse, colossal collapse today.
Oh, terrible, yeah.
But we're still in it, which is crazy. As bad as that sounds, we're still in it. And I know the fans don't want to hear that, but the truth of the matter is that the playoffs started with 5-4. We'll be in the playoffs.
Regardless of what happens the rest of the week, going into week 11, if the playoffs started, the Jacksonville Jaguars would be in.
The end game is to get to the dance, and it doesn't matter how the girl looks. She could be ugly, but all you want to do is get to the dance. If this team can get to the dance at 9-8, 10-7, playing ugly, but now we can't have these kind of collapses down the road. Now, but if you get the end game is to get to the playoffs, and then see what happens. All right, and I'm not saying that was us in '96, Coach.
Yeah.
Get to the dance. I don't care what the girl looks like. You just want to get to the party and see if you can shake some things up.
Right. Our division was hard now. Yeah, it was physical. Say this much: it was 2 physical teams trying to be more physical than physical.
Yeah.
Not this that we're looking at now.
Yeah.
This is soft compared to what they had to play against physical.
Kevin, Xavier, Ryan, you'll be up in the next segment. We appreciate your patience. A lot of people trying to get in to the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. We are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. We'll come back with a special teams player of the game. We're with you till 8 o'clock, Jacksonville. We're glad you're with us on a night that showed the Jaguars could get a 3-touchdown lead on the road against your division rival, only to blow it to the worst collapse in the history of the Jaguar franchise. Houston outscores Jacksonville 26-0 in the 4th quarter and beats the Jaguars 36-29. More to do. Glad you're with us. 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
When you want breaking sports news, tune in to 1010XL.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Or any of our social channels at 1010XL.
Satisfied?
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? You know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. Since 1927, Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, it's Joe C. The chill is in the air and your backyard can still be the heart of the season. Gather your family around a beautiful outdoor fireplace from Isocurrent or Napoleon, expertly installed by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. From elegant stone fireplaces to wood burning or gas fire pits, CSS creates cozy spaces where memories are made and where every night can feel like a celebration. You dream it, they can build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
CSS.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better. together.
When someone excels in and out of the classroom, we should celebrate it.
That's why 1010XL brings you the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Wednesdays on The Frangie Show, tuned up by
The Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with Window World, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we want it, we got to bring it. My thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting on 1010XL.
Shotgun for Mills. He drops the throw. 4-man rush. Looking, scrambling to his left. He's going to run it. He's going to run it to the 5. He's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Davis Mills just scrambled for a 14-yard touchdown. My goodness.
Frank Frangie, Jeff Loggeman on the call, Jaguars radio. I mean, yeah, what else can you say? Not only did they have the worst collapse in franchise history, the icing on the cake was maybe the slowest quarterback in the NFL, Davis Mills, running a 14-yard touchdown in on 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Today was just one of those days where if anything was going to go wrong in the 4th quarter, it did. We're going to get to how do you get over something like this coming up in just a moment. Every week here on the 5th quarter, we do give you a special teams player of the game. It is brought to you by Superior Plumbing. RJ, let's do it now. The Superior Plumbing special teams player of the game.
Jacksonville was built on specialists. Now the Special Teams Player of the Week, sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipelining.
Parker Washington was the offensive player of the game, and obviously he had the punt return, but we wanted to spread the wealth a little bit. So Cam Little, I mean, what do you say about Cam Little? Cam Little today, 3 for 3 field goals, a couple over 50, including 53. Was there any doubt that if Udoka did not commit that penalty, Little was going to make that 57-yarder to win the game?
All day.
All day.
He was going to make it.
So, again, maybe that was the icing on the cake is for some reason you kept bringing in Udoka. I guess maybe he was in for an injured player at that point. But he's just going to commit. Trevor's going to make a couple of bad throws per game. Chuma Udoka, he's going to commit a penalty now. I mean, he'll commit a penalty. Whether it's false start or holding or illegal hands to the face or something, just know going into next week that Chuma Udoka will get called for a penalty or two.
Well, don't put him in.
No. You have no tight ends.
Limited reps.
You have no tight ends, and he's your sixth offensive lineman.
If he's going to keep costing us ball games or opportunities to win ball games, then he don't need to be playing.
No,
we were down to one tight end today, weren't we?
Yeah.
Well, two, because no Hunter Long and no Brenton Strange. Yeah. And by the way, Brenton Strange's window could potentially open tomorrow. This was the fourth game he's missed, although we have there's been no announcement on that, so we'll have to see.
There is one outlier to Davis Mills. I went up and checked his 2 pro days. He ran a 4.82 his first pro day, and the second pro day he ran a 4.58. So he got wheels.
He ran a 4.58.
Yes, that's what it says.
No way.
His second pro day.
Now, that was 2021.
Bro, I'm telling you, AI doesn't lie.
Misprint.
That has to be a misprint. Let's go back to the phone line, 641-1010. Let's go to the south side. Let's get Xavier in here on the fifth quarter. Xavier, go ahead.
Well, Hack, I have to say this, man. That game today was absolutely horrible. And, I know Trevor, some people are saying Trevor's improving. Some people are just saying he just absolutely looks terrible. I just wanted to get from y'all's opinion. I mean, I know this roster is still really, really bad. And I know they're grabbing their guys. Cohen and the staff are grabbing the guys that fit their ecosystem and leveling the floor up of the team. But I just think that there's some guys on this football team that are just absolutely, got to go. It's probably going to take them, maybe 3 years to just fix this roster, but it's absolutely terrible. And I'll take my comments off there and hear what you guys have to say.
Xavier, appreciate it. You can't fix 8 years of suck in 9 games. All right, that's the thing. When people want to criticize Cohen, all right, well, if you want to criticize his play calling, but think about what they inherited. They inherited a team that lost 18 of their previous 23 games. And going into week 11 now of the season, they would be in the playoffs if they started today. So I'm going to give Cohen a pass. Plus, I just like the guy, the genuine emotion that he showed. I mean, again, go watch that press conference. Liam Cohen was pissed off.
Yeah.
So I like that out of a coach.
Well, he's got 24 guys from last year's roster that's not on the team anymore, okay? He's still working with some of those guys. He's got to get a lot of good out of not so good. And that's just coaching. That's just time. That's just film study, all that. There's a lot of guys. There's still some residue from last year's team that's still on the team, okay? Yeah. We got to remember that. And it's a lot of guys who got paid, that you got to get more out of that you're not getting out of. So, I mean, he has to deal with he doesn't have all this guys.
They already shipped one of them off.
They already shipped one of them off. You got to remember that. So, the guys, the bad guys, you got to get more out of them. The Trevor Lawrence, the Josh Hines Allen, all those guys. Trayvon's going to want to do big deal when the season ends and hasn't done anything. So, and at ATN, what are you going to do with him? Devin Lloyd. I mean, all those things factor in. You're trying to get a lot of good out of not so good from this team, and that's what he has to deal with.
Coach, what did you think of the way ETN ran the ball today?
Well, I think, there were a couple runs out there were pretty physical. There were times where, he's got his shoulders out in front. You just to say, son, change your CG a little bit. That's going to be a question. There's going to be some guys that are going to be a question at the end of the year. And no matter if they end up having to go somewhere else and you say, God bless you and I wish you the best, it's exactly what we were probably going to do anyway. And we want to start fresh. And then there are people that are going to be here for whatever. And there's some elite people who are called and paid to be elite aren't playing like they're elite. And, I like the makeup of the GM, Baselli, and Cohen. And I like to see how the future goes. I don't think we'll have the same makeup of the people, and I think they're going to get the right people and the pieces that they need to win. And, what is going to be who we are and what is our identity. And he said we need to be a physical team. If we have and paying people who aren't playing up to that standard, they can't be here. So it'll be interesting to see what he does in that nature down the road. And we still have how many games left to be able to see that. And hopefully we're in the hunt, because that just gives more motivation for other people on other rosters, on other teams to say, I want to be a part of this. Okay? Now, our quarterback, he can be what he be. We can no longer put him in that elite status. He's just not.
Not generational.
But can you win with him? Yeah, we saw teams with less.
Yeah,
win.
Trevor's not generational. I don't even know if I would classify him as good. I think he's an average quarterback.
Yeah, he's an average quarterback. And he got the bag. When you get the bag, you can't be average.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him bad, but he's not good. He's
no.
right in the middle. He's average.
He's average. Yeah.
Right, but if you got a sound defense and a great defense, you want to build around defense, just say that's what you're going to be, and he is who he is, and you win from there. Just manage the team better and don't put them in situations that, you got to play from behind. Let's make sure you got a good defense so you don't have to play from behind. Let's play good, solid offensive line play so we can at least run the ball, have balance, so this guy doesn't have to expose himself.
Well, that's out the door now. The offensive line sucks.
Right, but we said down the road future.
Well, that's true.
Future.
Yeah. I mean,
now let's create a better offensive line with some dogs out here who are going to fight for 17 games straight. Okay?
And I shouldn't say sucks. The offensive line has been bad 3 out of 4 games. They've been really bad 3 out of the last 4 games. They were awful against the Rams. They were awful against Seattle. They were awful today. They were decent last week. So whatever that's
all season, you don't need a left tackle. All season.
Let's not talk about
no
Oakland
question
being a playoff type team right now.
Well,
but Rams are, Seattle is. Okay, now you got to play against those kind of quarterbacks. You better have a damn pass rush.
Yeah, but you don't right now.
Okay.
Let's quickly get to a couple of phone calls. Let's go to Savannah. Let's get Kevin in here on the 5th quarter. Kevin, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I can believe much of what you say anymore, Hacker, calling Davis Mills the slowest quarterback in the league. He's a pretty quick dude. But
I'm shocked he ran a 4.58. I still don't think he's a very fast. I mean, you talk to people out in Houston, they'll tell you he's a statue back there. He doesn't run the ball.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't run the ball, but he's a quick guy. And but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I think Liam is getting just body language fed up with Trevor, and rightfully so. I mean, I've played in 3-and-3 pickup basketball games at the YMCA and been more mad about losing a basketball game on 3-and-3 pickup game than Trevor gets. Now, I can deal with average quarterback, but goodness gracious, show some fight. I mean, he sits on the bench lackadaisical. He reminds me of Lagway in some of his games. I mean, you show me somebody that doesn't mind losing, I'll show you a loser.
Kevin, that's a really good point. Appreciate the phone call. That is a critique that you're going to hear more about Trevor Lawrence. There was images of him today, if that's Baker Mayfield, right? And you don't want to critique a guy if it's just not in his character. But if that's Baker Mayfield or if that's name your quarterback, they're going to show some fire. They're going to pull the guys up. They're going to say, let's go. Let's do this right now. Come on. Trevor, you mentioned it earlier, Leon, and it's not just Trevor, although he's the quarterback. The Jaguars don't seem to have that guy that wants to rally the team when things start going negatively.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback has to be believable in the huddle, all right? And we as an offensive line, we have to have seen it before. Listen, in 96, when we were playing the Denver Broncos in that playoff game, Mark Brunell came in there, and everybody was on edge because we knew if we gave the ball back to Elway, it was going to be trouble, all right? Crowd noise is going crazy. You know what Mark comes in the huddle and says? Hey, man, let's do what we already been doing. Let's go down and score and win the ball game. And everybody around the offensive line, we believed them because we had seen them do it before. All right, that's called leadership. That's someone under pressure is poised and polished under pressure. And you know what he did? Took us down. The greatest touchdown ever in Jaguar history, him to Jimmy Smith.
Greatest run in Jaguar history. That was I was on your side because you forced the D end up the field.
There you go, that part.
Yeah.
See, Mark wasn't a raw guy, but he was an all-in guy.
Yeah.
And he's one of the guys. And I think he made everybody calm out there.
Yeah.
You know, because you got Tony and you got you, and Tony can get loud, okay, and he's the calm one to just say, you know what, I'm gonna find a way to win through my legs as well as throwing, because Mark did it all.
That is the coach, Gerald Ingram. You got the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. We're with you till 8 o'clock tonight. It is the Window World of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. We're presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. We'll try to do one more segment of phone calls. Ryan, Rick, Greg, you guys will probably be the final three of the night. Hang in there. I also want to shift gears a little bit to next week. How do you get over something like this? You can say a 24-hour rule, and that all sounds great and well, and you can say, well, 1 week at a time. Wonderful. Is it really? We saw the Bears kind of go through something like this last year, losing that Hail Mary game to the Commanders. They literally never recovered. You got Justin Herbert and the Chargers coming in here next week for a huge game in the AFC. How does Jacksonville recover from blowing the biggest fourth-quarter lead in franchise history? We'll talk about it next on the fifth quarter. 1010 XL, 92.5 FM.
Hear the big moments and game-changing plays.
That is another pick six. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
This Veterans Day, Navy Mutual would like to salute Bobby Jones as our hero in sports. Jones is known as one of the greatest golfers in history and is perhaps best known for winning all 4 major tournaments in 1930.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beard's Diamonds, where they are having the biggest sale all year right now. Beard's 44th anniversary sale is happening with up to 44% savings. It's our biggest and final store-wide event of the year. Beard's largest selection and lowest prices. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. Their cases are jam-packed, and our associates know they can break all the rules for this one. Shop early for Christmas. Get to Beard's now as they mark another year of proudly serving Jacksonville. In a sea of corporate chain jewelry stores, Beard's is honored to be the only local jeweler in the town center. No commission salespeople, no corporate chain sales gimmicks, no treating you like a number. Don't miss Beard's Diamonds' 44th anniversary sale. From golden necklaces to lab-grown diamond studs to all the latest styles from top designers, you'll find it at Beard's. In the St. John's Town Center, I say, shop local, shop Beard's.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little laugh does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
He caught the game winner from Danny Warfel and never looked back. Former Gator Chris Goring joins Dan and Jeff on The Drill Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. And this offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. The window world of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter, flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting on 1010XL.
They hand it to Etienne, lowers his shoulder, into the end zone, touchdown! A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Jags have extended the lead with 1:33 to play in the third.
Frank Frangie, Jaguars Radio. That made it 29-10, an 11-play, 58-yard drive that took 5:52 off the clock. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a drive of the game. That drive of the game is brought to you by Randy Marion Cadillac. Let's do it right now. The Randy Marion Cadillac drive of the game.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac drive of the game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
Again, 11 plays, 58 yards, 5:52 off the clock. Travis Etienne punches it in. That made it 29-10. That would be the last time the Jaguars scored, and the Texans would score 26 points in the last 16 minutes of the game to give the Jaguars their biggest fourth quarter collapse in franchise history. Let's go to Ryan in Savannah. He's been on hold forever. Ryan, appreciate your patience, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys. Hope y'all are doing well tonight. I've seen some people on Twitter questioning play calling, but I really don't know if there's anything that Cohen can trust with his play calling. And it was indicative when he challenged the spot on that Jacoby Myers catch. He would rather risk losing a timeout and a challenge for a wishy-washy challenge that would have made it 3rd down and 1. I think he'd rather lose a timeout and a challenge instead of trust his guys to go get 1 yard. Now, I mean, the offensive line, you put an extra tackle out there, they're getting dominated against a 4-man front. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of weird stuff going towards Cohen that he really can't control.
Ryan, appreciate the phone call. That is a great point, and I think you're dead on when he did that. So the Jacoby Myers catch that they ruled short of the first down, it would have been 3rd down and about a half a yard. Liam Cohen challenged that, and when he did it, I thought, all right, he might have a first down, but to me, that speaks more highly to the fact that he's concerned his team can't gain a half yard with this offensive line. I think Ryan's spot on there. I think most coaches, I don't know, challenge that, even though he won it.
No, see, I thought he understood the rule, and I gave him credit for that, for understanding the rule of forward progress.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
So, I mean, I'm like that on the goal line as well. Any type of goal line run, I tell the running back, don't make us line up again, okay? Now, we lost the game one time, kind of just like the receiver when Washington stepped out of bounds. I had a running back against Philly, and he stepped out of bounds, not aware where the first down marker is. We had to line up 4th and 1, okay, in the NFC Championship game, and we didn't get the first down. Game was over when it was unnecessary. But by knowing the rules, you didn't waste another play to try and get another first down. Because you never know. Bad snap, false start, this and that. If you already have it legitimately, Take it.
I mean, I'll tell you my reaction, Leon, and Coach is probably right, but my reaction when they ruled Jacoby Myers short of the first down and make it 3rd and 1, I looked at a buddy and said, they're not going to get this because they're being dominated on the line of scrimmage. Now, Cohen challenged it. They moved the ball 2 feet forward. It's a first down, which, okay, I get. But I had zero confidence they were going to be able to get a half yard on that 3rd and 1. And at this point, how can you have confidence if you're Liam Cohen and that staff that this offensive line is going to be able to move people in short yardage?
Yeah, I mean, because I understand what Coach is saying, but, as offensive line, this is an indictment on you in the fourth quarter, and if you're not getting it done, that your coach has to do something like that to make sure y'all got the first down because he doesn't trust you physically up front to get a half a yard.
Yeah.
So that, and plus this offensive line is known to be mistake prone, especially in crucial moments and times when we need you the most, understanding the magnitude of the moment. Can't false start, can't hold, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a bevy of foulies out there, especially during crunch time. That's where I get offended by it, is that when we need this offensive line the most, they fail us over and over again.
We will try to squeeze in 1 or 2 more calls if we have time. Coming back for the final segment, I also want to get to the Charger game and how, if you're Jacksonville, do you possibly get over a loss like this in just 7 days? Back to wrap it up. Window World of Northeast Florida, 5th quarter, presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. It's Thursday. New Hard Rock Bet rewards are dropping.
Nice. Ed Reed, you in?
The only thing I drop is receivers and mics.
Ed, we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, parlay insurance.
Oh, okay. I'll do that kind of drop.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 16617881. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to american-electrical.com and see how they can help you.
There's a storm brewing in Coral Gables. Find out which way the wind is blowing.
I'm JJ LaSalva. When hurricane news blows, you'll hear about it on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
On 1010XL.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
The drip from a leaky faucet isn't just annoying, it's wasteful. Worn parts or corrosion could waste thousands of gallons a year. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining will fix it fast. When your faucet's leaking, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicles. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at guardiancollision.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The Window World of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Dropping the throw, and it's a three-man rush. Looking. He hit, the ball came out.
It's intercepted.
It is intercepted, and it's going to be run back on the final play of the game. It's going to be a touchdown.
Trevor got tripped up from behind.
The ball popped out of his hands. It was run back.
Sheldon Rankins
ran it back for a touchdown on the final play of the game.
Frank Frangie, Jeff Loggeman, Jaguars Radio. What else really needs to be said? The ending sucked. Plain and simple, that's my analysis for you here on a Sunday night on the fifth quarter. That's pretty good analysis, right, Leon?
Yeah, bro.
That's
absolutely.
why the people tune in. They want to hear the X's and the O's.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, the ending sucked. The fourth quarter sucked. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you an injury update. It's brought to you by our friends at Farah & Farah. Let's do it right now, the Farah & Farah injury update.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah & Farah present this injury update. Farah & Farah,
Jacksonville,
exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, they were already beat up. No Jordan Lewis, no Brian Thomas Jr., no Hunter Long, no Ezra Cleveland. Makari left the game. Anton Harrison left the game. It's the walking wounded, but it's week 10 of the National Football League. It kind of is what it is. Look at what the Texans were without today, including their starting quarterback, and that didn't seem to bother them in the fourth quarter. All right, we are flat up against it. We got time for one more call. I apologize to everybody we don't get, but certainly we'll be taking calls tomorrow all day here on 1010XL. Literally going to the person that's waited the longest, and that's Rick on the west side. Rick, you're the final call of the night. What do you got?
Hey, good afternoon, fellas.
How are you, buddy?
All good, man. Just a little depressed. I'm like, we're seeing the same old mistakes. You know, I mean, an offensive line played horrible. But, you know, what we were fed, the generational talent thing, we have to hold somebody accountable. You know, I call in throughout the daytime and the morning time with Jeff and those guys, and they chew your head off when you even hold Trevor accountable. I mean, there's no dog in him. We see none of that. Like, as a fan, we want to see more. We want to see the money being spent well, and we're not seeing it. We're seeing the same mistakes we seen when Urban Meyer walked in the door. It's the same Trevor. And at what point do we say, hey, we got to start doing something for the franchise and not keep spinning out of control? And I thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. Big Sirs, man, I respect you, man. You're a Jags fan. You're Jag golden, man. I've been there since day one with you, so I appreciate y'all, and I take it off the air.
Rick, appreciate the call.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate the kind words. All right, Coach, we got 3 minutes. Let's start with you. How do you recover from something like this? The Chargers come in 7 days.
Well, you're gonna look at this tape and you're gonna call people out for who they are and what they have, what we have to do to go forward, and the leadership on this team, because Liam can't play him. He's gonna tell him, hey, I can't play for you. All I can do is put you in position to win, and that obviously wasn't good enough. The intensity, the fight, and the dog. There is no dog right now, and definitely got to play better next week, and we'll see how we are as a team and the character of the team next week.
Leon, seriously, the Chargers play tonight. Win or lose for the Chargers. It's a big AFC game, but the Chargers rolling in here. How do you recover if you're Jacksonville when they come in 7 days?
Well, you got to get over yourself. The NFL is cruel. You got injuries. You got the guys down. No one cares. Absolutely no one cares. You got to buckle your chin strap, put your big boy pants on, and go to work. All right? Now, the coaches are going to be critical on you as far as the film goes. You got to take it in. You got to look at yourself, and don't let you be the problem. You got your butts whipped in the fourth quarter where it matters most. You need to figure out a way to solve that problem. It's something that you're not doing to where you're welting in the fourth quarter and teams are winning. So
I guess that's my concern. I'm not sure how much. I mean, maybe some of it was X's and O's. It just looks like they got whipped.
They did.
I mean, man versus man, mano-y-mano, guy for guy. The O-line and the D-line for the Jaguars got beat up by the Houston Texans. A more physical football team.
Absolutely. They got manhandled, bro. In the fourth quarter where it matters the most.
If you're not embarrassed after that play, you got a problem.
Yeah, you're right. No one wants that on your resume.
So real quick, I mean, we're talking 18 years coaching experience in the NFL, 11-year Pro Bowler offensive tackle. You guys don't seem to think it's going to be a problem to get over this and to move on the whole 24-hour rule. I mean, the fan base they won't get over it all week. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick the Chargers to win on Sunday because I don't know how you recover from this. But you guys don't seem to think it's going to be that big of a problem.
Well, you see enough ups and downs in the NFL that you wonder how that happens to certain teams. You look at some of the scores that we've seen. It happens. You just hope it doesn't happen to you. And teams bounce back. That's the NFL.
Yeah, and if you don't take it personal, I mean, when we had bad games on the offensive line, because we did have bad games, I took it personal. I can only speak for myself, because if we struggled as a unit, I was like, hey, I got to do something different. I can either be more physical, I need to be smarter, technique, faster, whatever I need to do, because when we have bad games, you don't want that on your resume.
The sun will rise tomorrow. Jeff Prosser will be in this studio at 6 a.m., and we will kick off 16 hours of local programming here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. I'll join you 8 o'clock tomorrow night for Hacker After Dark. We'll have the coach Gerald Ingram on with us. Leon Searcy, you'll be on prime time, and you'll join me, Hacker After Dark, on Wednesday. Coach, thank you as always, my friend.
Thank you.
Leon Searcy, have a good night. We'll talk soon.
I shall.
RJ Saunders was your producer. Jaguars blow a 19-point fourth quarter lead, fall to the Houston Texans. Can't do anything about it now. Got to turn your attention to the Chargers. Watch the Chargers tonight. They're on Sunday Night Football against Pittsburgh, and they come in here next week for what will be a gigantic game in the American Football Conference. Thank you for listening to the Window World of Northeast Florida. Fifth quarter, we've been presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, have a terrific Sunday evening, Jacksonville.